Have you noticed how much content is there about why people hate Agile? I surely did. Agile was supposed to be a savior for the software project management, so why so many people hate it? Is Agile really a problem or is it something else? Hi, I'm Igor, and today we will break down why Agile frustrates so many teams, where it goes wrong and why it's often misunderstood. Before we begin, make sure to hit like, subscribe and share to support this channel. Let's start by looking at the most common reasons of why people are frustrated with Agile. First is overcomplication. Agile is supposed to be flexible, but many teams and many organizations have turned Agile into the rigid system with too many processes. For example, endless ceremonies or rituals which are taking the time from the focused work. Second is misunderstanding the core Agile values. Some teams treat Agile like a checklist. They focus more on the processes rather than outcomes. These teams are often bogged down on making Agile by the book. So let's say they took Agile practice like Scrum or Kanban and they're just trying to implement it by the letter, instead of focusing on delivering value to the customer. We will look deeper into the Agile values just in a bit. Third is micromanagement in disguise. Stand-ups and the regular check-ins can feel for the team as the team micromanagement tool rather than something to increase communication and collaboration. It often happens when there is one Agile champion, like a Scrum Master or a product owner, who are facilitating all of the rituals and not giving the room for the team to facilitate itself. And the last one, which is my favorite, is Agile theater. Some teams go through the motions of Agile, but don't actually adapt their work to be more collaborative or efficient. This can lead to the biggest frustration because people are going through the rituals with no progress. When people start to think that Agile ceremonies or rituals are just a checklist, a task to complete, people start to disengage. They're starting to think about what are they going to say, rather than listening or contributing meaningfully to the team's work. So is it a problem with Agile itself or the way how it is implemented? First, to make it clear, Agile is just a tool. Any tool is as good as how it is used. Misapplying Agile or turning it into some bureaucratic system is where the many teams and organizations go wrong. And the key of applying Agile in the right way is to follow its core values, which are defined in the Agile Manifesto. Let's break them down. Individuals and interactions over processes and tools, working software over comprehensive documentation, customer collaboration over contract negotiation, and responding to change over following a plan. That is, while there is value in the items on the right, Agile emphasizes the items on the left valued more. When teams start to focus too much on the items that are on the right, on the processes, documentations, contracts or plans, they lose the agility. And Agile is not just a tool to improve software or the product. The team itself should focus on the continuous improvement, treating itself as a separate product, which requires constant tweaking and refinement. The goal is to get better as a team, working more effectively and delivering better results and value to the customer. So now, as we looked at where Agile can go wrong, let's look at how can we fix it. Here's how can you make Agile work for your team. First is focus on outcomes, not just processes. The key to success of Agile is not blindly following the ceremonies and rituals, but asking, are we delivering value? If the process or the ceremony doesn't bring any value and doesn't help you to achieve your goals, then adjust it or just drop it. And that goes to the second tip, simplify your ceremonies. If Agile feels overwhelming because of too many meetings, scale back. Keep things simple and keep focus on what makes your team move forward. And the last tip is continuous improvement. Encourage your team to reflect on where do you stand with Agile values. Assess the balance. As a team, look at where do you lean forward, to the left or to the right side of the Agile values. If you find yourself leaning too much to the items on the right, it's time for adjustment and change. As a team, identify actions of what you can do to refocus your team to values on the left. So, is Agile inherently bad? The problem might not be in Agile itself, but more the way how it's applied and implemented. If you're feeling frustrated with the Agile, try to go back to its core values. Focus on both improving your team and the software that you're working on, step by step, continuous improvement. But what do you think? Do you agree or disagree? I would be really happy to read your stories in the comment section down below. I'll be happy to read both hate and love stories. If you found this video helpful, please subscribe to the channel to get more tips on the boosting team's productivities. It was Igor, thank you for watching and see you next time. Bye bye.